looky here. It's the Pat and JT podcast.
Pat and JT podcast.
Pat and JT, it's our podcast, New Leaf. We are now 100% green.
Well,
our Green New Deal for our podcast is, and also small business owners, we're printing now on both sides of paper, which maybe that's something that people have done for a long time. It's the first time we've ever done it, and it feels good. It feels right.
Well, I did. I saved anything that I printed. And the reason why, we have trouble with our Wi-Fi because I do have a tablet they could easily use in the studio.
It's still updating all the notifications from when it was off for 8 months in the corner. Bidding, 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 bidding.
Because every time, without fail, and I've had this problem for years, it just never fails. The minute I need my computer, laptop, and or tablet to work,
it won't.
That's when I can't get it to find anything. It just sits and spins.
Yeah.
So I might gather some information and just make a real quick little document with some stuff that I don't want to forget to talk about or some things that I noticed that I want to make sure that I have details about or whatever. So I print it out. And then I realized I have this stack of paper.
Yeah.
Well, I should start printing on the other side.
It's a brilliant idea. It really is.
I had to load it up.
And again, this isn't new thinking.
Not at all.
For Earth, but for us, it's new thinking.
So yeah, just had one little test run, make sure I loaded it up the right way.
She just said right before we started recording, because I better make sure I don't flip these papers over or else we're going to be thrown back, like 6 weeks. But you know what? Whatever. We're just doing our little part.
Oh my God. So this morning, starting this day, one of the things that I noticed trending is this Face app.
It's awesome.
Like 150,000 people tweeting about it. I don't know how many on Facebook are talking about it. I know you posted your Face app picture.
A picture of my grandpa. Like, it is a dead ringer for my grandpa.
You wouldn't believe how many people that posted their picture. And what it does is it ages you by how much? Does it say by how much?
Apparently, it doesn't say by how much, but probably 40 years for sure. At least I'd like to think 50 years. But probably, unfortunately, maybe just a decade. No, probably 30, probably 40 years. I mean, I'm 47.
Between 10 and 50.
Yeah, whatever. Somewhere in there. Just however you're feeling for the day. Probably 20 years, 30 years.
I'm going to go with 30.
Okay.
Or 30 to 40. I'll go with that. Say 30. But then again, there were some older people that tried it as well. You know what I mean? But it makes you older.
It's unbelievable.
And how many people, though, that posted their picture and just like you, were blown away by how much they look like a relative that they have right now. Either parents, grandparents, whatever it is, that they look exactly like them.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, Beth did it too, and she looked just like her mom, and she made me delete the picture. She told her, I'm like, your mom's beautiful. What are you talking about? Yeah, so
Too soon.
It's odd. It's very, very eerie.
Well, just be careful when you do things like that, because you give up some rights when you do things like that.
I don't care at this point.
I know you've been that person.
I've been sleeping with Google for 15 years. At this point, they got something, I got something. I don't care.
And by the same token, you got something. They got something.
Whatever.
Say. But yeah, the Face app has their privacy thing, and I gotta find this.
Who reads this garbage?
Because somebody posted it. That's why it got put in my head.
Who posts this stuff?
I don't. Well, several
Fun
people.
Haters.
No, they just are like, guys, look out. But I know everybody's doing it. I'm not trying to be that person, but I just want to make sure that you're informed.
My gosh.
Just so you know, I'm just going to grab this one. You grant Face app a perpetual, irrevocable, non-exclusive, royalty-free, worldwide, fully paid, transferable, sub-licensable license to use, reproduce, modify, adapt, publish, translate, create derivative works from, distribute, publicly perform, and display your content, and any name, username, or likeness provided.
That's okay.
It used to be people would get so mad when, remember, I mean, there were lawsuits about people's faces showing up in an ad.
Yeah. True.
Like stock photo. That's why there's stock photography, because everybody signed off on it, and you can use these pictures if you want to promote something and show, look at all the people on the street. You don't just take a picture of people on the street and post it. Because there are rules.
Now you can take a picture of their butts when you're doing a story on the news about people that are fat.
Why do they always do that?
Right.
It's the same. I think it's the same footage.
Probably, but
they show everybody from the shoulders down.
Wouldn't you be pissed if like Channel 7 or whatever was doing a story on obesity in Omaha, and they go down to the Gene Leahy Mall and they show a whole bunch of butts and like, those are my yoga. That's my mom and I. It's our yoga pants.
Those are my bedazzled jeans.
Right. He's so mad. Okay, so I get where you'd be mad at something like that, but
right. So if you're not aware, then you can get mad. So just so you know that now, if your face shows up in an ad on Facebook, for pick a medicine
Yeah.
that you don't want to be associated with. You said they could do it.
I'm fine with it.
And they say that that they won't sell it except to the companies that they're already doing business with or will do business with in the future.
So anybody. So pretty much they could do whatever.
They could do whatever.
But I get so much entertainment out of that, and I'm not going to use it like for the rest of my life. I'll probably take 6 more pictures on it at some point. Maybe
24,
like with,
you sign your life away for 24 hours.
yeah, and then I'll
just
delete.
for 24 hours
yeah,
of
but
fun.
Then I wonder, okay, while you're in the little fine print there,
Yeah.
if I delete the app and take away permissions, it can't further on. It could use
already
whatever
has you.
pictures I took
It already
and
has your
whatever.
info.
But if I take the permission away and delete the app, it won't like get any new stuff that I have
It won't
because it
get-
won't have any access to
It's
anything.
already got everything. It's got your name, your username.
That's
It's
fine.
It's got everything. It's got your picture.
That's fine.
It knows what your grandpa looks like.
That's
knows what your
fine.
dad looks like.
That's fine. That's fine. Just go. You know what? Go ahead.
You should-
If I could take a picture of me with antlers on in Snapchat, it's a trade off. I'm all about it.
I've messed with that just a little, just enough so that I can get some new filters.
Yeah, that stopped awful quick. That was like one night you sent a whole bunch of Snapchat filter pictures, and
I
then
got
that was
bored
it.
quickly.
Yeah.
It's not enough to keep
Sobered
my
up.
attention. well, that's
whatever.
still.
It is fun.
There was Tuesday.
I mean, really. Beth and I've grabbed the Snapchat filters. I had a couple cocktails. Like let's make ourselves some cats. Cat ears.
And then I look at people like Chrissy Teigen. She's been doing it for like 19 years. It's like, God, lady,
Yeah.
get a new hobby.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, it was after 1 or 2, probably a week. I'm like, okay, that burned hot for a second. I'm done with that.
But you go back in because they keep changing the filters. That's what I'm saying.
On occasion, I do. But mine you don't get new ones unless you use them a lot.
Right.
So if you aren't in there all the time, you aren't going to get new ones.
Yeah,
And so
true.
it's kind of like, it's the same
Start a
ones that I
streak
already
with somebody.
had. So,
Do you want it, Sophia? You can have a streak with
no,
Sophia.
Stop it. What's her longest one?
Oh, 2 years.
Seriously.
She has a couple. And I border on the.
Explain that too.
Okay, so a streak on Snapchat is if you contact somebody or like send them a little whatever a DM and they respond. That's a streak, and it goes on for
Every
days.
day.
It keeps every day. Yeah.
You have to do one every day.
Yeah, because then you'll break your streak. When she broke her phone and the phone was in the repair shop for like a day, she freaked out. Barely made it back to get all of her streaks
You
showing.
had to hustle up
Yeah.
text.
So it's I go back and forth on like I'm like no screen time, bad parenting, get out and run. Like then she tells me she got streaks for 3 years. I'm like, yes, that's awesome. Keep them going, bud. I'm proud of you. So it's like, what do? You're encouraging it, but it's awesome.
I think you might be
It's creativity.
putting more emphasis on the wrong things.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I've been told that. So yeah,
Maybe.
if you want her to, she could send you. She's good at that. Emerson, my niece, Addison, they're great
I
at
bet
the
they're
streaks.
great at it.
So if you want,
That's probably not a good idea
yeah.
because I probably wouldn't do it until after I'd had a cocktail.
And that's okay because I'm learning that on Snapchat, you don't need to take a picture of anything.
You just have
Just
to.
nothing. Like you don't like there when she'll be responding, Sophia will be responding, or if somebody's just sends a snap, they just open up the camera, open up Snapchat, take a picture. It would be of the ground of. I've seen so many pictures of like Emerson's knee,
This makes no sense.
and then just send a picture just so they know what like where they are, what they're doing, their surround. It's
just so you know I'm here.
I don't know. It's the oddest thing.
That's like one of the things I try to avoid to let anybody know where I'm at or what I'm doing.
Right.
Right?
I hear you. So I don't
Oh
know.
my God. Speaking of such too, which leads me in my mind, don't know where I'm at or what I'm doing. Usually in my house, we've talked about this, the door pants and that whole deal. Kim sent us a picture, and actually 3 people did. I think Lori might have too, but one on Twitter, one on Facebook. There are doormats that say, "Just a minute, we probably don't have our pants on," or "We probably don't have our pants on. We'll be right there. We don't have our pants on." They're all just different variations. Hilarious.
They are funny. And Caitlin sent us an email too at hey@patandjt.com with some links on some that she found actually on Amazon. And it looks like some of them you can customize to whatever you want to say and they'll make them for you.
Okay, we'll put the links in the show notes. So
Yeah.
if you want to get
Thanks, Caitlin.
a no pants doormat,
No pants.
I'm getting one.
I figured. Yeah, I think it's hilarious.
I'm getting one. I don't care. I'm getting one because
This is not fake news.
Not
We
fake news.
Probably do not have pants on. Okay, so kind of a dark. This is a dark kind of a question,
Okay.
but it's I couldn't find anything on Google.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm going to talk about this tomorrow.
Why would you think I would know anything if it's not on Google?
It's
I'm,
one of those
I'm
things
drawing
that
a blank.
Maybe we could talk to the funeral home friends on Facebook if we don't know. Okay. So I'm driving to our new house, which is on down 144th, and I'm going past funeral home, Richmond, I think. I don't know, whatever's on 144th
Yes, I
in
know which one
Harrison.
you're talking about.
And I notice that there's like they're burning a fire, like chimney, like there's smoke coming out of the top of the building. I thought I saw it. I'm like, well, it's hot for the
They have
summer.
a crematorium there?
That's what I was wondering. I went online and find out where cremations happen, and Google was smart and said a crematorium. I'm like, well, where is the crematorium? I never found that answer. So then I went to the house, got some more moving stuff done, and went back that same direction, and it was still going on. So I'm like, do they cremate people at mortuaries?
I can't imagine. I think.
I mean,
no.
and I know
can't
it has to
believe there is.
happen. That's how it happens. But it just seems so crude. If that's it, that like there's the smoke's going up, and there's Uncle Randy flying up. I mean, it just seems so
Then
crude,
again,
right?
they offer the crematorium. I just Googled crematorium in Omaha, and all it brings up is funeral homes with the services.
So it must be. But I
they
guess
just offer the services because I'm sure there's a place.
I wouldn't
does
think it'd be
that.
on 144th and Harrison by Don and Millie's, like right there. You know,
No, I can't imagine. It has to be zoned a little differently.
I would hope. I would hope. So I don't know. Maybe it was the boiler that was running, but it was darker smoke, and it was
Can't imagine the fireplace was going.
Right.
There was a heat index warning, wasn't there?
yes, it was hot. So I don't know. That's what I was wondering. It just seemed odd, and I couldn't find a direct answer on.
I'm not.
On Google.
There's a Nebraska Cremation Society. Wow, I've never talked about this.
I know. That's what I mean.
No,
it's
it's
kind
in
of
my-
dark and odd.
Although thought about it, that's always been my first choice. Being buried scares me.
Scares me to death.
Yeah, and I know I won't be there. I don't care.
Right.
The thought of it makes me.
Yeah. I'd rather everybody in my family have a little piece of me to carry in their pocket, like a little bag of pat.
Make a piece of jewelry out of you to take.
Yeah,
You can
okay.
give them all a little piece of jewelry. There's a little piece of pat.
little pat geode.
A little piece of pat in your pocket.
Yep. Little
You
pouch.
can make worry stones. God, they'd be so effective.
They would.
It's in his DNA, man.
I love that. I'm
Make
gonna
him
write
a
that down.
worry
Worry
stone.
Yeah.
You can hand them out at the funeral, at the service, at the wake, celebration of
Pat,
life.
pat pebbles.
Pat Pebbles.
Just reach your hand into this big, huge bucket. These are all made from my ashes. Put them in your pocket.
Grab your worry stones.
Yep.
Guaranteed to work. You'll feel it.
They will make you worried about everything. It's the opposite of what you really want.
anxiety.
Send one of me to Spencer and Heidi and Spencer with their jewels, their whatever crystals.
They have the crystals. Yeah. That's a great, because they do that. Remember, we talked about this story not that long ago with, I think it was somebody else. But anyway, when they died, they had the GoFundMe because part of what they wanted to do was take their ashes and create some jewelry from their ashes to leave for the family members.
Yeah, which is kind of it's a cool idea, I suppose. But I mean, it's odd, but it's cool. I don't know.
It is. That is kind of a neat idea, but I really like Pat Pebbles.
Pat Pebbles. I like the worry stone. Put this in your pocket, and you will have anxiety level 10. I love it.
Oh my God.
If anybody knows, slide into my DMs and let me know where's
the crematorium?
Yeah, and is there one at the one on 144th in Harrison?
I don't think that's there. I really don't. I would think you'd have to be in an industrial park.
I would hope
I just have to believe that can't be where they're at. You can also leave us a voicemail if you'd like to.
402-403-9478 or email hey@patandjt.com.
Absolutely. All right. So one other thing, have you seen this story? It started on Facebook. And actually, let me grab the beginnings. It started by a 20-year-old guy in California, only known as Val. Val will not share his last name because he fears the publicity around this event because it's gone crazy. He thought it'd be funny to make this idea a page on Facebook, kind of a meme page though, just for fun.
Yeah.
So now there are over damn near 2 million people that are in agreement. Yes, that they would like to storm Area 51
I heard about
because
this.
they
I don't
can't
know
stop us all.
I mean, that's funny.
So it is funny.
Is it really going to happen? Is he scared?
I think it's going to happen. I really do. I think that people will show up. September 20th is when I believe it is, 20th or 21st.
So could he get in trouble?
He's like,
He's like, dude, I'm out.
But he said, I'll still be there, but trust me, it's not going to include sprinting through the desert at 3 a.m.
Right.
But there are people that are having discussions on the Facebook page about what's going to go down, what they need to bring with them, what they're wanting to accomplish. The Air Force is military in general has said, okay, guys, this isn't a good idea.
Right. Not at all a good idea.
We aren't going to let you in. Any attempt to illegally access the area is highly discouraged.
Yeah.
They have fences. But on top of it, the sprinting style that they're planning to use, they've gone down to this grade of detail, is according to the events page, the plan is to Naruto run, N-A-R-U.
Naruto, yeah.
Run toward the facility.
Bennett played that game.
And that Naruto. It's Naruto. Naruto.
Yeah.
Naruto.
I think so.
Uzumaki is a Japanese anime character.
Yes, he is.
Who runs with his chest pointing
I'm
forward
gonna send this
and his
35
arms
seconds. Yes.
running behind him.
He almost kind of runs like Sonic the Hedgehog used to. Remember, he hands back? Yeah.
Hands back.
I'm going to send this 30 seconds to Bennett. His head's going to explode. He's like, what?
So that's how everybody's encouraged to make the run. Now, this is where things get really fun. Nearby, there are some facilities nearby, because it's a tourist attraction to a degree. You can't get on the site, but people want to go there. And so there are some places nearby. The closest hotel is owned by a woman named Connie West, and it's called the Little A Lee Inn.
Oh, that's creative. I like it.
Inn,
Got it.
I-N-N, Alien. And they said they're the closest place to Area 51. Her 10 rooms are full.
10.
She was blocked. It happened really fast. So she's all booked up. And she said most of the people who made the reservations, of course, were talking about Area 51. But then she also has 30 acres nearby. And so far, 60 people have paid for a campsite.
Jeez.
So more are probably thinking,
for sure.
They didn't even know about that, right?
Right.
But there are other places that you can also get lodging.
Awesome.
And she says, I think they're nuts, but I'm going to capitalize on it.
Heck yeah.
So come on, come one, come all. She's going to have her gift shop stocked with the T-shirts, bumper stickers,
She's going to
coffee
make a
cups.
fortune.
She says it's all Alien and Area 51 stuff. And I understand why people want to do this, because it was just a few years ago that the CIA finally released all those papers about the government study in the 90s into spy planes and unidentified flying objects.
Did that kind of take
So
some
when
of the mystery out of Area 51, though, a little bit? Or they think there's still more there?
I think they think there's still more there.
There probably is. Just because the government releases it doesn't mean that's everything.
That's exactly. That's just it. And just having them release that and admit that is there, and that Area 51 is a military installation. That's another real life government facility, because they wouldn't even admit that before.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even admit it existed. And there's no Google Maps. You can't see it either when you look on there. It doesn't exist on there because the government said, no, you can't show that.
Just like Pete Ricketts in the car on the I-80. Put a camera on and it goes fuzzy. I told you.
Pixelated. Nevada itself is so behind this. So that's what's really funny is the state highway, or one of their state roads nearby. They renamed it extraterrestrial highway.
Okay, that's funny.
I can't look at the word when I say the word extraterrestrial.
Really?
It makes me say it wrong.
Kind of like Naruto.
Yeah, kind of.
No, this gentleman, gentleman, Naruto.
No, I didn't say it was a
Matsusaki.
gentleman. I did not. I did
Anime
not
character.
say that. It's just leave me alone. Anywho, that's because they named it that because there's so many UFO reports on that highway.
That's awesome. I mean,
so if you're planning on going, you aren't going to be alone. The kid who started this said he's going to be there. Several news outlets said that they'll be there.
2 million
Guy
people
Fieri
like this page.
is going to be
Is
there.
he? Why?
Probably going to be cooking some barbecue.
What?
I don't know.
What's a random? What?
He posted that he's going. He's going to be there. Probably going to be selling stuff. Who knows? But
people are going to make a lot of money on this, and people will be dumb enough to run towards the fence. Somebody's going to get arrested, I'm sure. But
I'm sure
it'll be fun. 2 million people like that.
I'm
page.
sure. Wouldn't you like to have that on your rap sheet?
Right. I ran like Naruto through the desert to try to crash Area 51.
And got arrested.
Well, thanks for your time. We'll be in touch. We'll let you know what we come up with.
Exactly.
We may go a different direction.
Okay.
But
oh my gosh. Well, I hope these people, hopefully, if they're smart, They will get rid of their glasses and contacts before they go. Then they don't
Yeah,
have
you
one
get
less
the-
thing to worry about in the desert.
You hit a cactus, knock your glasses off, then you're...
You got a million people running.
Naruto didn't have glasses or
See?
contacts.
Probably already went to Kugler Vision.
Probably.
We'll have to check on that. I'm sure they have a celebrity list.
Probably.
But Kugler Vision is the supporter of our podcast, and we couldn't be happier about that. I heard from so many people, and this is awesome, that have gone in and had their consultation. They have glasses and contacts. They're deciding, I want to know if I'm a candidate for this procedure and what my options are.
And when you go in, you sign up for your consultation, and you go in, just let them know you heard it on the Pat and JT podcast.
It's kuglervision.com, and you'll see the consult button. That's where you schedule yourself. And yeah, and there's an option right there to tell them where you heard about it.
Yep.
And we'd appreciate that.
We would. So, and I'll thank you for subscribing, liking, rating, reviewing our podcast, and share it with your friends. People are every day finding out that we're
Please.
actually doing a podcast, and this is episode 150. So,
Yeah.
so let people know. We
The nice
appreciate it
thing
very
is,
much.
you can start over because there is absolutely no rhyme or reason to each day's podcast.
Yep. Send us emails on that stuff too. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Whatever.
matter. You can start anywhere.
Pat and JT Podcast. A Parkville Media Production.